I've chosen to ride a bicycle across Europe because honestly, I think it's a very European thing to do. And for myself, I would like to be able to share this bike touring experience with people who are following my journey, especially people in Asia, where maybe it's a less explored type of activity and deemed as a bit riskier or out of the norm. So on this cycling journey, I get a great opportunity to interact with locals and not just startups, entrepreneurs, but people who are running real businesses, people who run bakeries, people who are driving vehicles, people who are living in a society. And the whole experience it's new every day. Every day I get to meet new people, I get to listen to new stories, and the bicycle really gives me a platform to open up a conversation and having the locals be interested in what I do. And then I get to then sit down and learn about their own story, and every person, every family has their own unique story that I get to learn from, and I'm very privileged to be able to do that. I love that entrepreneurs sort of are born and bred from the circumstances and the countries they're in. There's a distinct difference between Western Europe and Eastern Europe, both from a financial circumstance, but also a cultural and historical circumstance. And that gives rise to very different entrepreneurial spirits and priorities. What I really like in Europe is that as an investor in the climate space, I think Europe is very considered in the way it experiences, in the way it evaluates what's the right thing to be done in the climate space. And as an Asian investor, I'm here to learn about that. Connecting investors and founders is a big part of what I do. And it's such an important space, especially in the first round where founders are raising their first external money, to perhaps a future round where venture capital funds are involved. There's a big gap in this space, especially in the climate space, where things are perhaps less understood, where there's a lot of learning to be made. And I think risk capital is essential to bridge this gap. So finding the right investors who can support founders, not just in money, but connecting them in experience, in lessons, in networks that can support these new founders who are solving climate problems. It's such an important thing to do and such a meaningful thing to do, and I love to be able to do that.